Hey, what's up, guys? Wanted to do this video while I replenish myself a bit after an amazing practice with Lisa over at True Fusion. She is quite amazing. She really has this clairvoyant sense whenever you're in your practice, where she can just look at your body and look at your emotion and understand that you really need to come back to your breath. So she's excellent at reminding us of our pranayama, the restraint of our breathing, and not just the breathing when you're in the pose. The more important side, as far as I'm concerned, is the breathing into and out of, the entrance and exit of your poses. That transitional breathing is really key on getting deep into the pose and really being able to hold it with a strong rooted leg, with a strong core, and really stretch those areas of the body and push yourself to the edge and slightly past it. So thank you, Lisa. My goodness, I love your classes. Every time I practice with you, I just get better and better. And today, towards the end, I hit all the power series, the standing and balancing and the vinyasa series part of it. And towards the end, whenever we were doing our floor series and our stretches and counter twists and back bends, something just came over me. I've been on this etheric high since the yoga retreat with Mia and Casey and Mason. I love all of you guys. I'm so glad that we met again. I know that we have been attached to each other, and finally we come back together to create the Light and Lotus Network. So you will actually see some of their videos here very soon, and be excited for their influence. These are my favorite people in the universe. They're forward-thinking, positive, loving, and accepting. They're just everything that love and peace is all about. So I'm excited to see some of their videos coming up. But since that day that all four of us went to Red Rock, I still can't find the words. I've written small blurbs and I've gone back and I continue to see it and I get chills thinking about it now, but I still just can't find the words to describe how beautiful it was, and the shift that happened and the coming together and the energy that was felt that day. It was just amazing, and I can't wait until I can finally connect this mind to mouth bridge and start pouring that out into my journal. I know it's coming soon. I know it is. That release point is going to hit me, and I'm just going to find all the words perfectly that are going to pour out of my soul. But for right now, I'm holding on to the magic and the beauty of that day, and just how effortlessly these two amazing ladies came back into our lives and added so much joy and happiness and love back into our lives. It was quite amazing. Everything happens for a reason, and everything has its appointed hour. And that was definitely the time for us to come back together. So I love you guys. And I'm excited to see our golden journey unfold in front of us. So what I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and go back to the beginning with the 8 limbs of yoga, because it's a very good reminder for myself when I post these videos of exactly what I'm working on as well. And then hopefully that can resonate with at least one person or several and help deepen their practice of yoga as well. So the 8 limbs of yoga, the way to enlightenment, essentially, to letting go of all things and just being, understanding your power in the universe. So the first one is the Yama, and these are a great vow, an engagement with yourself and the powers that be, a devotion of sorts. And there are 5 of these. And then we have the niyamas, which it's more of an internal and introspective view. And there are 5 of these as well. And then moving on, we have asana, or the postures that we all hold in our physical practice. We have pranayama, we have pratyahara, we have dharana, and dharana, which all lead us to samadhi. So we'll start with the first one, and actually one of my favorites. My favorite, actually, especially now, I'm very attached to the first Yama, is Ahimsa. And Ahimsa is, roughly translates into harmlessness. So harmlessness, obviously, when we think about it, it's very intuitively we think, okay, don't hurt other people, don't hurt animals, don't bring harm to your environment, don't be destructive in nature. But there's a very, very important part of it that is actually the biggest key in Ahimsa. And it's something that I struggle with and remind myself of every day. The biggest key for me with Ahimsa is being easier on yourself, taking it easy on yourself. Don't be so critical, don't be so hard, don't be so driven to madness because you couldn't accomplish something that you were trying at. It's easy for us all to set a goal, set an intention, work towards something, and then look and view what we failed at versus what we actually succeeded at. So that's where Ahimsa comes in, and we have to really practice that with ourselves and know that we did everything we were meant to do. We put forward our best foot. And we just need to be happy with ourselves. So the more that we do this, the more that we allow ourselves to just be happy with our effort, just to be happy with who we are, what we're doing, and where we're going, really releases a lot of stress from our lives and allows us to really sink in and move ourselves down the rest of the road, which is why I love Ahimsa so much, that it's the first study, the first outward study, which also, like we just talked about, is inward as well, as far as not being so hard on yourself. So for me, it's something that I'm continuing to work on. It's something that I will always work on. And today I was reminded of it because towards the end of the practice, we hit the floor series. And since that day on the 7th, I've hit this release, this surrender, and it hit me again. And I thought back to that day, and I just hit the floor and had the child's pose at the very end of the series, and then moved into Shavasana and found complete peace, and not once thought to myself, I can't believe you're not finishing this practice all the way. Because I did. I stayed in the room. I stayed in the heat. I let my breathing purify me, and I just released it all to the universe. And my God, did I feel amazing afterwards. I can't get over just how amazing and how loved I feel right now. So I want that for all of you as well. Let's try and do our best to practice Ahimsa. More so, I want you to focus on being a little kinder to yourself. Thank yourself, honor yourself for the things that you do. I mean, you're amazing. Think about what you do on a daily basis. You're doing this without any manual. You're doing this without any practice. You're doing your life without any guide. You just do. You're amazing. So realize that. Be easier on yourself. Don't jam down so hard on yourself and concentrate on the things that you may have faltered on or you didn't do. And start to concentrate more on your true power and what you have done. And you're going to find inner peace. I promise you that. I love you all. You're all amazing people, and I am excited that you're in my life. Have a great day. Namaste.